welcome to my channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please subscribe, and if this is not the first time and you're already a subscriber, please do want to like the video, and you can decide to like the video before you watch the video, but yeah, I'll be very grateful. And if you haven't shared any of my videos or you haven't told your friends about my channel, please do so. Okay, so today, straight into the video, I'm going to be talking about 10 things you should know before coming to Russia, which is Russia. Okay, so 10 things you should know before coming here to study, for vacation. Before coming here, these are like 10 things that cut across before deciding to come to Russia. I think Europe in general, but let me be more specific because I study in Russia. Yeah, so let's get straight into the video. First thing you should know before coming to Russia is the weather and the kind of clothes you should bring before coming here. So the weather is so different from Africa. In Ghana, it's really hot. We have just two seasons. We have the rainy season and the dry season. But over here, the seasons are different. There's winter, there's summer, there's spring, there's autumn. So you should prepare yourself for all these 4 seasons before coming here. Yes, and the clothes we wear back home is kind of different from the clothes we wear over here. You can wear this indoors, but then right now it's winter, so I can't wear this outdoors. If I'm going to wear this, then I have to wear other stuff, and I have to have a winter jacket to really make me warm whilst I walk outside, else I'm going to freeze. Yes. And so your clothes and the weather. The weather is different. It's not the same. You can't come here dressed the same way you dress back home. If you come here in summer, fine. You can wear the same clothes because it's really hot, extremely hot in my state. But then if you're coming in winter, in autumn, in spring, for some people, autumn and spring will be okay. But then if you're coming in autumn, like right into winter, it's really cold, and for after winter into spring, it's also really cold, so you should come prepared. Basically, the weather is important. So secondly, if you're coming here to visit or to study or to stay, just know that Christmas here is on the 7th of January. It is not on the 25th of January. So if you're here to study and you find yourself going to school on 25th because it's a weekday, please know that your Christmas day is different from our Christmas day back home. And so number 2 is Christmas. Know the date. It is the 7th of January. Okay. The third thing you should know before coming here is money. Currency is rubles over here. It's different from cedis, naira. I really don't know. Zimbabwean dollar. I think it's different. Yeah. Whatever currency you use, just know it's different from here, and so the rates are different, and the standard of living compared to back home, I'll say, is higher, because there are things I buy over here, and when I convert them, I don't really buy them at the same price back home. Things are more expensive over here, and the cedi is higher than the ruble, but then the standard of living here, it's really high, so it makes up, and also, please, when you come here, don't convert. Don't do any conversions, else you're going to hurt yourself. Like, literally, you're going to hurt yourself. Don't convert anything into your local currency, because things over here are really different and expensive, and you don't want to give yourself a heart attack, baby. Yes, so that is the third thing. That is, the standard of living is different from back home in Ghana and in Africa. I don't know about other countries, but for Ghana, I know the standard of living over here is higher, and obviously because their currency is different and the rates are different. Okay, to the fourth thing, food and spices. I'm someone who really likes spicy food, so when I got here the first time, I was like, yo, their food is not spicy. They don't like spicy food. They don't like food with a lot of chili, a lot of salt. They don't like spicy food. So if you're like me and you like a lot of chili in your food, like you really like spicy food, you like a lot of okay, I don't really like a lot of salt, just moderate salt, and you like a lot of chili and spices in your food, please carry your spices along. And again, concerning food, our local dishes are different from the food over here. And besides KFC and McDonald's and all this other stuff, which are junk food, if you're someone like me who really likes eating your local dish like banku, fufu, please bring some stuff along. You can bring your condo, dried condo, and cassava dough. You can find a way to wrap it before bringing it. If you're coming here for study, and it's going to be your first year, you're going to be homesick, so you would want to carry something that would remind you about home food and everything. Plantain, I don't think you can really carry plantain along, but then you can take meat fufu, you can take fish, dried fish, you can take grounded fish, grounded shrimps, you can take ashawamako, grounded pepper, you can take patoshito. I don't know how to say it in English, but I think it's pepper, yeah. And you can take dried pepper along. You just take something that won't make you miss home too much. Else, if you're someone who cannot survive without chili, I don't know how you're going to eat, okay? And so that's for number 4. Number 5, I'm going to be talking about the language barrier. I'm still here struggling with language barrier, guys. Like, I still can't really speak fluent whiskey, or let me say, I really can't speak whiskey, and I've been studying. I study in English, right? So, pardon me, it's kind of hard to, it's basically because I'm not so interested in studying their language so much, but then I wouldn't advise that for you. I think my life in third year, right now I'm in third year, and I think my life would have been easier if I could really speak fluent whiskey, because I would be having a lot of Russian friends, and I think it's not really bad to have Russian friends, and things would be easier, transactions, getting deliveries, all these things are going to be easier for you. So if you want to come and study here or even live here, learn shoots, like small, small whiskey before coming here. Yes, so learn something small before coming here. And to the 6th, I'm going to be talking about spirituality, more like your religion and God. Over here you can't evangelize like back home. Back home where you find people standing on the streets talking about God, in the markets talking about God, knocking door to door, talking to your neighbor, inviting them. It's not right to do that over here. It's actually illegal, and if you are found forcing someone to join your faith, you can actually be deported. So if you're coming here, please know that if you're an evangelist, you can maybe talk to your fellow Africans, but please don't go about knocking on Russians' doors and telling them, I'm come to tell you about Jesus, I'm come to tell you, will be deported. Yes. And so that is number 6. I'm going to number 7. Number 7 is, this is not really important, but then I think it's kind of important. Your friends, if you're coming here to study, you should really consider the kind of friends you pick over here. Friendship is not really by force, and I feel like a lot of people think when they come here they have to fit into a squad or a clique. If that is not you, please, when you come, just be sociable with everyone. But then even if you have just one person that's is you're compatible with, don't feel like you have to fit into every group or every squad, or you must have a squad, or you must that's, I feel like when we get here for the first time, that's the thing we end up finding ourselves in. Like we are trapped into thinking that we have to have a squad or a group of friends to roll with, to chill with. You understand? It's not bad if you find yourself compatible with 4 or 5 people. Fine, you can have a circle of friends of 5 people, 4 people, but then it's really not compulsory to force yourself into a group of friends that you feel like you're not really compatible with, but you feel pressured to be friends with. So please check that before coming. But if you're here to visit, you can just chill and go back to your country. Yes. And so that is for number 7. Number 8 is about photos. Russians, I really don't know, but then they like taking pictures of foreigners, or let me just say black people, you would find a lot of Russians, asking you for a picture, like they want to take a photograph with you. And when you get it, please don't find it strange, because I don't know if you watched my most recent video. Okay, that was during the FIFA season, so I think that's kind of different. But when you get here, you actually find a lot of Russians asking you for pictures, especially if you're a black person, and it's actually not by force. If you don't want to take a picture with them, please say no. Just say нет, or just say нет, пожалуйста. Like, I hope my Ruski sounded okay, but yeah, just tell them no, like you're not interested, you don't want to take a picture with them. And if you want to take a picture with them, it's up to you. It's really your choice. No one is going to hold a gun to your head and tell you, if you don't take a picture with me, I'm going to shoot you. No. So you have a choice, but then just don't be surprised. Back home, no one is going to come to you and say, Sha, Charlie, can I take a picture with you? Or, hey, can I, no one is going to do that back home. Even with white people, I've not really seen black people walking up to white people to ask them for photographs, but over here they do. They can walk up to you and ask you for a picture. So that's number 8. To number 9, you should know about the smoking in Russia. One thing I realized when I got here was Russians smoke a lot. I don't know if it's a white thing, but I know Russians smoke a lot. And if you're someone who is not smoker tolerant, as in you cannot tolerate smoke around you, please find a way of, I'm not going to say adjust, because secondhand smoking is just like when you're not actually smoking firsthand, but you're inhaling the smoke from someone smoking, and it can also affect your lungs. So just expect smoking a lot when you get here. So don't be like, this was smoking, like, you can complain, but there's really nothing you can do about it. So you just have to find a way to protect yourself from the smoke. And if you have breathing problems, please note that they really smoke over here before coming, okay, so that you can take measures, because they smoke, they really do. You can be at the bus stop, you find people smoking, you find literally, you'll find them smoking in buses, but like you can find them smoking literally everywhere, especially at bus stops. So yeah, if you are someone who has breathing problems, or you are against smoking and you really don't want to get any side effects from smoking, please note before coming here that they smoke a lot and they spit a lot, so get used to that too. And yeah, I don't know about Moscow, I don't know about the really big cities, but for my state, I know I've seen them spit a lot because they smoke a lot. So yeah, you get irritated, but there's really nothing you can do about it. That's how they grew up. Most of them grew up seeing their parents smoking, so it's normal for them. So just find a way to protect yourself against the smoke. Yeah, so thank you guys. If there's anything I left out and anything you want me to talk about, please send them to my DM on Instagram, and follow me on Instagram, and on my Twitter page at Elom. Follow me on Instagram at Quine, and follow my photography page at QLens. Yeah, I'm trying to be a photographer too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do well to like this video if you actually feel like it's been helpful, and you can share them to your friends, relatives who want to travel to Russia to have fun, to visit, and to study. Thank you so much for watching. It's Quine. Bye.